This is round one. Then is 2 versus 7. Who does 3 play? Can someone tell me 3 will be playing? Always in the first round, the top numbers get white, and it's easy. You can see the pattern 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7. So 3 versus
6.
yeah, 6, and 3 versus 6. So then 4 versus the remaining one, it's 5. So it's easy. Round two, this is the pairings. If you give me time, I can even do this. Most of the schools I coach, we have round robin pairings. So while the table is there, I write it myself. Now, the order is normally here, the last number comes here, but I'll do it in a way that is easier for you to remember. In the second round, number one always play number two with one having white. It doesn't matter how many players are there, 8 players, 6 players, 4 players, 20 players. Round two, one plays two and one is white. That is a definite truth in the round robin. Then what happens is all the players play with the next player they have to play with except the last number. The last number's drawing system in a round robin goes in a different way. So now number 3 played with number 6. After 6, the next number he has to play is number 7. Now, if you look at number 7, he has played with 2. His next number has to be 3. So both ways it's correct, but the colors change. So number 7 is white because he played black in the last round, and he gets number 3. Number 3 played white, he has to play number 7, and he played white, so he has to be black. So in the same logic, next after number 3, we get number 4. So number 4 played 5. So who does he have to play? He played 5. So then what's the next number? It's 6. Right? In the same way, number 6 played with 3. So his next number is 4. 6 played black, so he has to get white. Number 4 played white, he has to get black. Now, I told you number 8 is different. What happens? The last number, number 8 here, the last number, what happens is in the odd number, that means round 1, 3, 5, all that, in order, the last number plays first with number 1, then in the third round he plays with the second number, fifth round he plays with the number 3, like that he plays with the top half of numbers with the last number being black and the other player being white. In the even rounds, the last number plays with the bottom half, starting with the top number of the bottom half, and the last number is always white with the bottom half. So here, when you divide numbers 1 to 8, 1 to 4 is the top half, 5 to 8 is the bottom half, but 8 is also part of the bottom, but you can't play with yourself. So always remember, in an equal number of players, if there is an even number, the top numbers get to play one game extra as white, bottom half gets to play one game extra as black. Here, number 5 is playing number 8. Now, based on what I told you, is it 5 versus 8 or 8 versus 5? The last number is white with the bottom half. With the top half, the last number is black. The top numbers play white. Like this. So we'll go to. So here, now 1 played with 2. His next number is number 3. He has to be black. Now number 3 played with number 7. Now after 7, it's actually 8, but I told you the bottom and top half, they play based on the round. So if we take out number 8 after number 7, if you have to draw this in a cycle, if you consider only these 7, after this point, the next number is the cycle goes to 1. Say you're starting from here and you're going this way. Then you have to go to here, right? And then only you come this way. if you are starting the cycle from this point. So here, number 3 played number 7. So since 8 is outside of this, we decide how you play with 8 in a different way, because 8 is the last number. After you play number 7, the next number is 1. Number 3 played black. So for the next round, he has to be white. And number 1 played white, so he has to be black. I told you about number 8 and 2. So here in the third round, number 8 plays with number 2. Who is white? Is it 2 or is it 8? So normally what happens is you get number 8 here, put here at the start before even 3. I told with the top half, the last number is black. So number 2 is white. We did 3. Now the next number is number 4. Now 4 played with 6, so he has to next play with, I think you guys can do this with me now. Number 4 has to play with number 7. And the color is, who, since 4 played black, he has to play white. 7 played white, so he gets black. Then we go to, after 4, we get 5. So 5 in this round actually played with number 8, but the other player left is number 6. He played with 4, so next he has to play with 5. You know the colors. 5 versus 6 or 6 versus 5. 5 is white because 6 has to get the black. In addition, if you look carefully, I want to show you something else. In both these rounds, 5 has played black. You can get double black, but you never get triple black. There's a reason. Even in double round robins, normally they advise for you to change the order of the rounds in the middle so that the same player doesn't end up with triple white, right? So because otherwise, if this happened, if by this is wrong, but if I was black, he would have got 3 blacks, which is not done. So definitely 5 has to be white. In addition to this logic, 6 is white here, so he has to be black. So now we go to round 4, right? There are 7 rounds altogether. So you will have to do it with me now. We'll do for number 8 again. Now in round 4, who's number 8 playing and what is the color? Number 8 is playing the bottom half. He played with, I told you it always goes in order. 1 versus 8, then 2 versus 8. Then at some point it will be 3 versus 8. In the same way, the bottom half, 8 versus 5, then the next one has to be 8 versus 6. I told you the last number is white. So 8 is white, 6 is black. Now 1 played with 3. 1 plays with whom? With the color, it's easy. I think you guys should be able to do it within about 10 seconds now. 1 versus 4, and the color is 1 played black, so he has to get white. And in the same logic, I told you in this cycle, after 7, 1 comes. 4 played white with 7, so he has to play black. So that is that. Then next is 3. He played with 1, so automatically the next number is 2 versus 3, or is it 3 versus 2? 3 played white, so he has to get black. The top half, every time you play with number 8, they get a double white. The bottom half, every time they play with number 8, the second game, the one with number 8 is their second game as black. See here, 1 played with 8, and the following round he was white again, double white. 2 played with 8, next round he's again white. Here, 5 played with 4 as black. Then again 5 played with 8 as black, so double black. 6 played with 5 as black, then 6 plays with 8, double black. Right? So that is something you have to know. Then we get 5. 5 played with 6. So who is he playing next? Can you send it with the color? It's 7 versus 5. 7 played with 4, so he has to play with 5. 7 played black, so he has to get white. 5 played with 6, he has to play with 7. 5 played white, so he has to get black. Easily done. Now we go to number 8. Who is he playing in round 5 with the color? Without me telling, can you guys figure it out? Yes, it's 3 versus 8. Number 3, and the top half number is white, 8 is black. Then we move on to number 1 and onwards. 5 versus 1. It is correct. We did 1, so then it has to be 2. Can someone tell me the next one? Because 4 played with 1, he has to play with 2. 2 played with 3, he has to play with 4. So 4 versus 2. Then we get to number 7 because 5 has already come here. So the next number missing is number 7. Who does he play? 7 played with 5. So the 7's next number has to be 6. So the only question is the color. Even the color, it's easy. These two have been double black. I told you, you can't get a triple black. So anyway, 7 has to play black. 6 versus 7. Yes. And we have 2 more rounds. Remember, if it's 8 players, there are no 8 rounds, only 7 rounds. Without me telling anything, can you guys do the entire pairing? I'll give you guys 2 minutes. Round 6 is an even number. 8 is playing the bottom half, so 8 versus 7. 8 versus 7. Then 1 is playing after 5, 6. So 1 versus 6, and 1 is white. 6 played 7, so he has to play 1 next. 2 played 4, so he has to play 5. 5 played 1, he has to play 2. 2 is white, 5 is black. 4 played 2, so he has to play 3. I told you after playing the last number, top half numbers get a double white. So 3 is white. 4, having played white last, had to play black. 3 versus 4. A couple of you have got it right. We'll go to round 7. Can you guys do the whole pairing? I'll give you 2 minutes. There can't be a round 8. Always 1 round less than the number of players. 7 players, we still do the 8-player pairing. If it's 9 players, it's a 10-player pairing with number 10 being the round where anyone playing number 10, they will get the bye. The last number plays the top half. After 3, the top half's remaining number is 4. Top half is white, 8 is black. Then, of course, we start with 1. It's easy. 1 is black. After 6 comes 7. Right? 1 played black. 7 played 2 blacks here, so he's getting a white here. Then, of course, 2 played white with 5, so he has to play 6. 6 played black with 1, so he has to get white. Then 3 played 4, so he has to get black. 5 played with 2, and he has to get white, like this. This is the pairing. If you want, we'll just compare with the Berger tables. I'm sure it's correct. The only thing, the difference might be in the order, right? 4 versus 8, 5 versus 3, 6 versus 2, and 7 versus 1. Right? The order is a little different because we are doing it in an easier way to remember, but this would be the standard order. The only problem is who's playing table 1 kind of scenario. So this is a 7-round all player for 8 players, or a round robin, or the 152nd page in the arbiter's manual. So you get the pairings for 4 players, 6 players, 5 or 6, 7 to 8. What they suggest is if it's a double round, normally you don't get 16-player double rounds, but say a 4-player or a 6-player double round, we'll take it as a 4-player. What they recommend is these 2 rounds in the first cycle. Round 3 is played as round 2, and round 2 is played as round 3. Then round 1 with round 4. Of course, then round 5 and round 6 in the normal order. This kind of avoids everyone getting a triple color. The highest number counts as a buy. So what you guys can do is we did 8. So maybe you guys can experiment with 10 players or a 12 player, right? So that you get an idea.